For generations of kids, it's a well-loved animated classic, and who can forget tunes like Bare Necessities?
Oh, who can? I can't. Now, Jungle Book has been remade as a live-action film, and an impressive cast including Ben Kingsley and Bill Murray. Our reporter Rachel Pupazzoni sat down with the man given the task of bringing it to life, director Jon Favreau.
We are the only family he's ever known.
Raksha. It's the only place he'll be safe.
Never forget this. You're mine. Mine to me. No matter where you go or what they may call you.
Jon Favreau, thank you so much for speaking to ABC News Breakfast.
Thank you, my pleasure.
I saw the film yesterday.
Did you?
Visually, it feels like I was being taken on a guided tour through a jungle in India.
Yes.
The visuals are breathtaking.
Thank you.
How did you do that?
Well, I was relying on a lot of artists. Really, there's about 2,000 people that have worked on this film. And for those who don't know, the only live-action main character is the boy, is Mowgli, played by Neil Sethi. Everybody else, all the other animals, and they do talk, and they are played by their voice, and their performance is being inspired by performers, but it's all digitally animated. So the environments, the animals, everything you see has been generated by artists and animators and computers.
Traditional films involve a set
Sure.
or a location. When you're actually creating that film with one actor who, of course, is a child,
Right.
that obviously poses some difficulties.
It does. I got a taste of it, honestly, working my way. I guess Elf was the first time I played with, because we had forced perspective, where you had one actor on one set, another actor on another set, and you lined it up to make one feel smaller than the other. That required a certain amount of mathematics, and then with Iron Man, I was dealing with visual effects a lot. This one was the most ambitious, however, because you had a real kid performing against characters that weren't there. And so sometimes I was the other character, sometimes other actors were, sometimes we had puppeteers that Jim Henson had created, the Jim Henson Studios. So I used every trick I could to keep this young actor engaged, because when they look bored and they don't look like they're present, the whole movie doesn't work.
Casting Neil must have been a difficult decision as well.
It was, because I had the original film, the 67 animated film, in my mind. And although this film is quite different, I did want to connect with the memories that I had of the Jungle Book, the Disney's Jungle Book from 1967. And so I wanted a kid that captured the spirit that Mowgli had. And I remember even at a young age reacting to how real that kid felt. He didn't feel like a movie kid. He felt like a kid that would get into trouble. He talked back. He was a little bit rambunctious, but yet was very charismatic and likable and relatable. And so we looked at, I think, about 2,000 kids from all around the world. And this one kid, Neil Sethi, who had never been in a movie before, and I think it was his first audition, he had said, he had something that I really enjoyed. Not just his audition, but his talking, being interviewed on camera. He had a lot of spunk, he had a lot of attitude, and a lot of charisma.
Did you listen to anything Akira taught you? There's no place in the jungle for these tricks. You want to do this, you do this in the man village.
But I'm helping Baloo get ready for hibernation.
Bears don't hibernate in a jungle. What are you teaching him?
Not full hibernation, but I nap a lot.
The Jungle Book is a story that so many people are familiar with, and obviously a lot of people have seen the 1967 animation. Does that put pressure on you when you're, I guess, redoing or reimagining a story that so many people already have an idea about?
Sure, I have, I'm feeling the pressure from myself, because that was a movie I grew up with, and I knew there were certain things that I had to acknowledge. But remember, that was a G-rated film made primarily for kids. This is a movie that with photoreal animals, and it's exciting. It's a PG movie, so it's something that skews a bit older than the earlier work. And then you had the Kipling stories that were even more intense, and there was some of that tradition we wanted to incorporate as well.
How's the anticipation and the feelings in the lead up?
Well, you're catching me at a very interesting time, because it's coming out here in Australia before it's coming out in the States. And I've spent so much time with small groups of people in dark rooms, just refining every single shot and getting the music right and the sound. And now for the first time, I'm seeing it with an audience here. And so I feel very excited about it, but it's not until a few nights from tonight when I see it with an audience here that I'll get the full impact of it.
Can you climb?
Yeah.
Then let's quit wasting time and get on with it.
Get on with what?
Payback, kid. Payback.
Bill Murray playing a bear, what could go wrong? Looks pretty good.